Hi, I created this video to show the process which I followed in updating the club competition pages on the website. Now, the general process that I followed was to prepare the spreadsheet, then make an image of the spreadsheet, and then copy the spreadsheet to the server and put it on the page. And as I get into the new spreadsheet, I will be commentating on exactly the process that I follow so that you can understand how to do this. I do admit that this is not a very easy way of updating the website, and I can't expect of most users to be able to follow what I'm doing here, because I'm also using a special application to be able to create these images, because these images span over not one screen but more than one screen, so it is really a little bit difficult. So once all the images are done, then these images can be used to put onto the website, and they will replace the old images, and that way we will keep up with the progress of these competitions. Right, so as soon as we get into the next spreadsheet, I can explain how to go about step by step creating these images, and we're nearly there. And as you can see, I give the image a new name. I use the original name, but I add some bits just to show that I've got a new name or a new file that I want to be uploading. Right, so looking at the lady singles, the first thing I do is I increase the view to 100%. I then change it to page layout. I then remove the print area. I will also remove unwanted text on the page, anything that I don't want to show on the image. Right, once the image looks in a good condition, I will then proceed to make the copy, but I just realized that the ladies competition has not started yet, so I'll move on to the next tab, the 3 wood singles. Same process. I change the page layout, I make the view 100%, I remove the text that I don't want, I remove the print area, and then I will proceed to make the screen capture. Now the screen capture scrolls down, so this is the tricky part. I have a special application called Screen Presso to be able to do that, as you can see there. Right, so what I do is I mark the first bit that I can see on the screen. I then scroll down a little bit, click, scroll down a little bit, click again, scroll down a little bit, and this application will then take the images, the 4 separate images that I created, and stitch them together to create one image, as you can see here. All I need to do now is to neaten up the image, and what I will be doing is to crop it so that I just use the bits that I want to use. So I will go into the editor mode and then mark the area that I want to crop, and you can see the bottom bit I want to cut out. There, I have cropped it now, and then I will save it, and I will save it with the original file name, which is 3 wood singles, 2016, but I will add update and the date that it was updated, so I can identify the new image very easily. Right, once that is saved, I then go on to the next tab, the Novice Singles, and I do the exact same. I change the view to 100%. I then change it to page layout view. I remove the print area. I remove the text that I don't want. Give the image a once over, or the tab a once over. Make sure everything is okay before I proceed to capture that image. I start my Screen Presso application. I choose the scrolling capture functionality. I then mark the first image, scroll down a little bit, click again, and click a fourth time. So I've created 4 images. The application will then stitch them all together. Once I have the full image, I then just crop out the bit that I want. And the bit of the image right at the bottom I don't need, so I throw that away. I then go ahead and save the image as the original file name, plus I add update 18/07/2016 and save the image. I then move on to the next bit, and you could see some of those tabs I skipped because those competitions has not yet started. So I'm now doing the mixed pairs, following the same process, clean it all out, make my image, then crop the image and save it. Right, and I have one more image to do, which is the triples. Remove everything, clean it out, then do a screen capture. I will then crop out what I want, save the image, bit of a struggle to find the right file name for it. Add the bits that I need to identify the new file, and I'm done. Now at this stage I have completed creating the images for the website, so what I need to do now is to sign into the website, which I have already. Then I go to the competitions page and I edit the article. So I go to the first article, which is the men's championship. First thing I need to do, of course, is I need to upload the files that I need. So I go to the club competitions folder. I go onto my PC, I find the files that I just created. There they are. I mark them, select them all, and I upload all 5 files at the same time. Then I remove the old image, go into the folder competitions, club competitions folder where I stored my images, select the right image, place it on the page, give it a once over to make sure it's all okay. Once I'm happy, click on the save button and the image is successfully saved. I then move on to the next article, which is the Novice Singles. If you remember, the Ladies Championship has not changed, so there's no need to change that page. I remove the old image. I then find the image for the Novice Singles, insert it on the page, check it over, and then save. And I follow the same process through with all the new updates that I want to insert. The next, of course, is a 3-word single. Remove the old image, upload or not upload, but select or insert the new image and save the article. Now, as I said before, I appreciate that this is not the easiest of processes, and I'm quite willing to continue to do this for the rest of this year. But if you want to know in a more exact detail how to do this, I can actually take one example and elaborate a bit more, and you can see if you can do it. But I think the biggest problem that you will have is to create the image to be able to put on the page, because these spreadsheets are long, so the images will be long and they will span over a few pages, and you need a special application to create that image. For next year we can possibly see if we can do something different. So that we can go into the article and just update it easily without having to fiddle with images. Right, I think this is probably the last one that was done, so everything is done. All I now need to do is log out of the page, then go into the club competitions page and just go through those articles once more, just to make sure that everything is as it should be. Everything looks fine, so so the job is done. So whenever these updates come along, just send me the new spreadsheet. I will go through the same process I just did to update these pages for you until we are ready to do something different. Thank you for watching.